Everyone is believing.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Looks like the video just froze here, but we're going to look at some of what was said during the presidential debate tonight, because there was a lot said and not all of it is actually a lie, like the media is coming straight out of the bat and going at it saying it is all a lie. Of course, you know, the media's got to cover everything that they're saying, everything that they're doing, and they have to lie, of course, because that's just what they pretty much their job is. That's their job, is to lie to the public. Sorry, just had to make sure this is up and running here, make sure all is going well, and we'll get into it. There's a lot of big claims tonight. Claims about, here we go, claims about Kamala Harris saying some big old lies. Not only that, but some wild claims by Donald Trump about illegal immigrants eating animals. And of course, they come out and laugh that off right off the bat, but we will see that's actually going on. So let's watch this clip here, because this was just pretty incredible to hear. I mean, when you hear how they lie, it's sickening, really. It really is infuriating, and the whole thing is just really infuriating to watch, honestly. But let's just hear these flat out lies. Let's see if this sparks anybody's memory of anything they remember over the past few years. Let me know in the chat if this rings any bells. Looks like this video is not working. Hang on a second. This was a question in relation to abortion. We'll see if it looks like maybe they took down this video already. Give me just a moment. Pretty much, guys, what it is, we'll find it here because it's ridiculous. They're talking about what was going on with abortion. Of course, Kamala Harris saying that she supports the murdering of babies, and that, you know, that's just something that she really believes in. Donald Trump saying things out there, you know, promoting the abortions of children up to 9 months. Well, of course they do. It's really a form of Baal worship, which is kind of what comes down to what some people are saying. This sacrificing is what we're seeing with these immigrants coming over here, many of them who practice witchcraft and the occult. And what they've got going on is they're practicing voodoo. This is popular in these nations where these immigrants are coming from. Voodoo, the occult. And so that could be tied to some of this animal killing that we've seen. I was seeing even over in the UK that there was migrants eating cats in the streets over there as well. So they act like it's funny and it's a joke and it's so ridiculous. It's really not. It's actually the 100% truth. So let's try and find this clip here. Sorry that it stopped working on that other one. It's about the abortion, and it's absurd.
Not so gracious. Fixing a problem.
Sorry that we have to do this. Let me know in the chat if you guys watch it, anything that you saw, anything that stands out to you.
They got rid of it, started getting rid of it.
I think we got it going here. Actually, sorry, give me a moment. I'll just play this clip I just made. I just made a short for Instagram, and I've got the same clip right here in it. So we will skip right to this. Sorry for the mix-up here. Here we go. I mean, this is just infuriating to see, because the audacity of them to just lie and do this type of thing. My goodness, it is so frustrating. So here we go. See if this rings any bells.
But understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025, there would be a national abortion, a monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages. I think the American people believe that certain freedoms, in particular the freedom to make decisions about one's own body, should not be made by the government.
Let's take it. Can you believe the audacity of these people? How frustrating is that? The government has no right to tell you of what goes inside your body. They were forcing people in different nations around the world. It's not America's per se, but they were chasing people down in the streets, forcing injections in children. They were forcing it in every possible way they could. Dr. Fauci, who was like the leading guy within the United States government, pushing the vax and all this stuff, he was coming out and saying, force them to get it, crack down on them, make their jobs, not be able to hire them, don't pay them, and then they'll lose their ideological BS. That was his exact words. And then they just come out a few years later The government has no right to tell you what goes in your body. It's infuriating, really. It honestly is. And that's why when it comes down to it at the end of the day, you have to follow what's true and right. You have to believe what God says, listen to God, obey God, because that's the truth and that's what really matters. Let's see a few of these clips just as a reminder of what was going on just a few years ago.
With their own bodies.
Question number one, can your boss make you get the COVID shot? Is that legal?
Yes, it is legal. They definitely can. So employers might have to consider some options here. What can an employer do if their employee does not want to get vaccinated?
Yeah, so they can fire them.
Starting next month, the COVID vaccine will be included on the list of medical requirements for service members.
So how about that? How about that? I mean, is anybody surprised? It's just really sad that this goes on and then people just somehow they just don't realize that they're going to, do anything about it. They're not going to call them out on it. They're going to continue to let them just do this. And then that's why, when they're lying about that, they're saying the government has no right to do anything to your body. The government can't do that. My body, my choice. That went out the window in 2020, clearly. And then they laugh it off or they say there's the flip-flopping on everything that they do. And then that's why when Donald Trump says something like the migrants are now in these cities eating cats and eating animals and they laugh about it. Well, guess what? It is happening. It's happening exactly like that. And we'll actually watch this video here. I skipped to the part so you can't see really anything too bad. But here's these cops walking up and saying, they're saying, what did you do? This is in Ohio. Okay, this is the reference that was made tonight about migrants in America eating pets. And they say, oh, it's not true. It's a Republican made up story. Republicans off the rails. I mean, that's what I saw tonight. And that's just, I can't spell. This is why we need to call them out. I really can't spell right now. So here we go. Trump repeats false pet eating claims, leaving Harris dumbfounded as Republican nominee goes off the rails. Mainstream media, independent, worthless news site, because what do we see when you go to somewhere where the news isn't 100% controlled, like on X.com? This is what we see. Video of migrants eating people's pets. Don't worry, I skipped to the part. It's not gross from here on, really. You don't see anything. But here's the truth. The media lies.
Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile, what did you eat? Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased. What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat?
So they say, what does it go back to? And listen, Trump isn't always the easiest person to listen to either during the debate. If we're just being honest, we need somebody who's really going to be completely like Jesus leading what we need. We need like a King David. And Trump has some of these things. I mean, by far, Kamala Harris, just what she's promoting and what they just laugh about. She laughed when Trump said that they're eating the pet. She just laughed it off like she thinks it's funny. And of course, again, here we go. Multiple news sources coming out. Right-wing conspiracy. Donald Trump repeats conspiracy theory that migrants are eating cats. Not a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. Here it is here. I saw a video of it the other day in the UK. Them just cooking a cat on the street. This is what happens when people from third world nations are let in around the world. Why do you think it's so terrible over there in these nations? They're not civilized. Much of it to blame because of Islam. They follow a barbaric religion. Look at most of the Middle Eastern nations are Islamic, and they're just barbaric in everything that they do. The Quran teaches them to be barbaric, so it's no surprise that they are. They're deceived. They need the truth of Jesus Christ, which is what all of this comes down to at the end of the day. So here is another reference of somebody. We'll just kind of watch through this video and pause it as it goes. This guy in Springfield talking about the migrant crisis over there. This is 100% a Democrat mainly problem with what they've been doing. Obama used to lock up immigrants worse than Donald Trump did. Now there's a planned destruction of America to bring the end of the world and force in the beast system that can easily take over, because what they want is control and power, and control comes easily out of chaos.
Doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun, because I see what's going on in these streets, and I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits, and I'm getting out here every day, and I'm broadcasting this, and you guys are just sitting up there in suits. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans, they're running into buildings, they're running into, they flipping cars in the middle of the street.
The footage is absolutely crazy when you look at what's going on with these migrants. And again, it's nice to see everybody in the chat. What's up, Truth Seeker, CC Jones, Lynn, Nan, God bless you guys. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah. And that's true. Yeah, they were talking about that in the debate, saying, oh, it's, I talked to the city council member, that guy, of course, from the mainstream news, coming out to stand up on the lies that their foundation, that the mainstream news is built off a foundation of lies. Standing up and saying, we talked to the council member, and it's just like, and they're saying he talked to the city council. Yeah, of course they're going to lie about it, right? Of course they're going to lie about it. But yeah, it's really going on. Here's more of the footage. I'll try to turn up the volume here. It should be good. Let me see.
And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from this. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on the bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to, seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, y'all get the Highway State Patrol down here every.
So what's that again? What's that again? They say this. We talked to the city council members, the terrible news agents, mainstream media, news anchors talking at ABC News. We called the city council. There's no proof of them eating animals. Here's the proof. They're eating pets. They're eating cats. They're eating ducks in the city parks.
Week, and then y'all get like a task force for the Highway State Patrol, and they look for guns and they look for dope and this and that and the fourth. That same people that y'all got riding up and down Limestone doing U-turns, pulling people over for blinkers and pulling people over for going left to center and a couple miles over, y'all can take them same people, the Highway State Patrol, and you can take them in every single one of their silver Chargers and Dodge Durangos, and y'all can take them to Sunset, and y'all can park them right over there, and y'all can teach people how to drive, since the Highway State Patrol know so much about traffic laws and know what to do in traffic. They need to, y'all pay them. They can go over there and teach these Haitians how to drive, because it's getting bro, I'm getting thousands of views on these, and it's going to get bigger, and it's only going to get worse. And y'all sitting up there in these chairs, all y'all need to get out here and do something. Y'all making hundreds of $1,000s. Y'all need to put on a t-shirt and some Crocs, and then y'all need to come out here in these streets, and y'all need to go out here and I'm out here before the police is. Like, y'all need to do something, bro. Y'all really got to stand on business. Y'all getting paid all this money just to wear a suit and sit in a chair. I think it's crazy, bro.
That's really what's going on. And again, it is the planned destruction of America. America is like the last shining light in the world. Even in some of these other Western nations, like in the UK and stuff, they have a little bit of freedom, but it's dwindling fast. People can't even say online what they want to say. People can't say that radical Islam is a real thing online. Radical Islam couldn't be more of a real thing. It literally teaches in the Quran to kill people who don't follow Islam. And then people are getting arrested over that in the UK and different nations around the world. That's what they're trying to do in America. America is a shining light where people who want to immigrate here are waiting on lists for 5-10 years, working their way to it. And then the borders are wide open with Mexicans, with it doesn't matter their ethnicity, but just criminals like cartels, people from the Chinese governments around the world. You don't think that terrorists are trying to sneak in around the world? Into America? There's a lot of people who hate America. Of course they're sneaking in at the border. It's a planned destruction of America, and we're seeing it in our cities. They're doing nothing about it. That's why in states like in California, where they're not really enforcing it, or in Seattle and stuff, you're seeing it fall apart. Just like in Oregon, they legalized hard drugs a few years ago. They just overturned that law and made drugs illegal again. Surprise, surprise that turned out to be a bad decision. These liberal policies are a planned destruction for America. And there are Republicans too who are within the government who are trying to destroy America as well. But it's very clear to see that what they're doing is a planned destruction. And with this illegal immigration, it's a big part of it. Thanks for that, Dave. God bless you guys. Nice to see you guys here. What's up? Every Eye Ministries and Truth Seeker and Sias 6 CIT. God bless you guys. Let's finish this off here.
We got to do something, bro. It's kids out here getting hurt. Like, only reason I even went on here and said something about it is because somebody told me they walking from the school and a Haitian almost ran into them. And who is getting paid? Like, how much money is y'all really getting paid, like, to bring them over here? Like, I know it's deeper than them. I know that's where they come from, and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here. And if y'all just getting paid from it and then y'all ain't doing nothing about it, I think that's super weird, bro. Y'all got to stand on business. Y'all got to really, like, step up. Like, it's lame, bro. Like, for real.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you know, guys, that just is really what it comes down to. The debates are so hard to watch. They're so infuriating to hear the lies here, lies there, back and forth, back and forth. You know, it'd just be nice. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just get a righteous leader, one who loved Jesus Christ and would do good for America on all sides? We'll never all agree, but can we not just agree on the basic fundamental things? Like protect our nation, protect free speech, protect justice and no crime and no drugs. I mean, come on, there should be somebody who can do this. And man, it would be nice if we could find that. But I just want to point out these multiple things about the debate. Sorry, that video is off there, but I clicked off of it. Anyways, just as a recap, Kamala Harris saying the government has no right to tell you what you do with your body. Meanwhile, a few years ago, they're telling you you have to have the injection to go to work, to get on an airplane. You have to have a mask to go in a store, to do anything, to go outside. Parks are closed unless you wear a mask. I mean, you couldn't even go surfing or walking on the beach unless you had a mask on. So, I mean, or you couldn't even do it for a while. And then when they did let it on, you had to have a mask on or a vaccine. So where's the truth there? Where's the truth there? Clear flip-flop. Again, here, the mainstream media is saying completely false lies that Trump made a claim of immigrants eating pets. They say it's false. Well, here's the video. Here it is right here going on in Ohio. And not only that, but here's somebody else, another gentleman in Springfield says that he's seeing immigrants in the streets, grabbing ducks, ripping their heads off and walking away with them. So we need to get a curb on the illegal immigration. America needs to be stand up for and defended, and our truth in the Constitution should be the firm law for everybody here. And this destruction of these people from these different nations coming here who don't know how to behave, that needs to change. It really needs to change. So the media is lying in many different levels. So of course, sorry about that. So of course, be on alert of that. The most important thing is that Jesus Christ is King. There's a lot of evil forces at work going on in the world right now. I mean, of course, Satan wants America destroyed because there's a lot of Christians here. A lot of people here in America go off around the world and spread the truth of Jesus Christ. Of course, Satan wants America destroyed. So we have to stand up for America, for the truth, and most importantly, evangelize the truth about Jesus Christ all around the world, because that's really what matters at the end of the day. And Jesus will win, Jesus will prevail, so we can know that we're fighting the good fight, working towards the higher call of the upward call of following Jesus Christ. And all glory be to him. I hope and pray you guys are well. Thanks for hopping on, and God bless you all.